तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. A devotee with the devotees at Dakshineswara part 2, 16th chapter we are moving. A devotee, sir, how should one live in the world? Almost all sadhakas will find this question because there is secular life which is more demanding than the inner need of the soul. We are busy with the world since our birth, constantly not only possessed but obsessed by bodily existence. Now, to divert all attention to manage our internal and external balancing becomes very difficult. As we grow spiritually, we don't find. We learn how to spiritualize all aspects of life, but in the beginning, we see duties and responsibilities on one side, and we want to transcend all and go beyond also. There comes whole my attention, body, everything was given to this world in trying to manage the external affairs. Now, how to divert our attention to the inner world, to the transcendental realm where God pervades everything, from where He manages, where He dwells, where we have to go transcending this nature. Very difficult to. One proper path we do not know. We don't know a goal because they are all invisible things. We don't know what is God. To know what is God, understanding so much of saints' life, their teachings, scriptures, their teachings, all this we have to slowly enter into gaining all this. A rough understanding, with all that we get a rough understanding. A short distance alone is visible. Even when we drive into any place, we see a portion of the road only is visible for us, not the whole road. I want to go from one place to another place. No one is able to see the whole road. We are able to see only a part of it. We can find it something in map, but map doesn't reveal actually where am I, how am I. So this place where we do not know exactly, but that portion where it is going to take a turn and I am going to find further, always will be visible. If you travel 10 steps, suppose, the next is 10 steps ahead are visible. Not that it is completely visible, not that it is completely invisible. A portion is always visible. Can you finish that portion to see the next? As you proceed, same amount you will be seeing ahead. So there all my conflicts, all my problems start solving. Oh, I have a place where I can slowly stand and view where am I going, why, and then slowly our awareness start catching, oh, all this is passing. I am in some world which is just keeping me engaged and taking me away. Our childhood and all has gone away without anything in our possession. And what all, how we spent our life. Nothing we have made to transcend, go beyond my own internal or external limitations. I am in the same rut, I am in the same place, with the same circumstance, same different ways it is showing itself. The world is showing in different ways, and I am changing in different ways. The changes are there, but not to match each other, not to help each other to go beyond. So, only way we have is to, without avoiding anything, because it is unavoidable. Not which is possible to avoid, and not that we are not avoiding it. It is unavoidable. Sukha, dukkha, where I have to be, how I have to be, everything nature takes care, and we have been placed, we have been brought to this world and placed in a particular situation, circumstances, family, my earnings, position, my knowledge, understanding, my way, my nature, all this is already set. So I cannot move. It is like a gear wheel. It is set. As it moves, you have to move. Now, only way left for us is to spiritualize the rest of the life, which I am thinking secular and spiritual. I am separating spiritual, which is huge, and trying to hold on to a small portion, and huge family problems and all that which comes into a secular life, earnings. I am trying to hold on to that. Now, this spiritual is very little we need. Spiritual practices, this, that and all. Just not to forget God in and through my activities. Otherwise we have nothing much. If you can achieve this state of your awareness, independent of my mind will be thinking of this and that. You are aware of certain things. You are aware that you are a man. You are aware of your identity. You are aware you are moving about in the world. That awareness, a small portion of that awareness, if God dwells, and constant awareness of divine is there, almost all problems of your life is solved. The moment we keep one step that side, we totally, the mind is rid of divinity and God. Everything what is there in the world tries to make you forget God. Can it make you remember God? What must be your vision? Small little penetrating vision. A small amount of witness attitude. Can you penetrate and see the divine? Like you are wearing a spectacles which is X-ray oriented. Okay, if you see a man, you will be seeing the bones within. Can you see that? Try to penetrate into nature and see the divine. You will see divine. We are taking a physical photo of this world, not X-ray photo. X-ray photo will reveal the inner part. So that small amount of penetration, oh, I have to see the divine here. Divine is base, and this is only a superficial superimposition of name, form and movement. That much understanding if it does, and many things which are going to affect you, shake you to the bottom, can you just remain a silent witness? Oh, this is passing, passing away. This also passes away. Yesterday have gone away. Day before has gone away. So goes the today also. China china kara gayo kala, taise jata ajare. So time is flowing as if leave the rope, leave the grip, let it flow. And do your duties as an offering to God. It will be a worship unto. You have placed me here, you have brought me here, you have kept me here. Now see that all this what I do will be a worship unto you. So this understanding, this awareness, this way of the moment you acquire these small qualities, the basics of spiritual life, you will see you are a magnanimous personality projects out. And from that emerges the universal love. You, like a mother, elderly mother in a family, you will be moving about in this world. Small amount of holding on to the world makes you so weak and helpless. The same amount of small holding on the divine makes you raise your head and move in this world. We are slaves of ourselves, our own senses and mind, our own possessions and this one, small enjoyments of the world. I am slave, so I become so small, helpless, and the moment you start leaving this, we can't leave and go away. All duties and responsibilities, lovingly we do as a worship unto God. So here all people find it difficult to balance between the spiritual life and secular life. This devotee is asking that question. Sir, how should we live in the world? Master, live in the world as mudfish lives in the mud. There is a fish called mudfish. The fishes usually will be in water. These will be in very little water, and the whole thing will be mixed with mud, and you can see them moving about in the mud. Absolutely they remain, no mud sticks to its body. Something like plastic. It doesn't stick, non-stick. So something like that. It moves about, you can see. In Bengal it is very common because small ponds will be there called pukurs. In every pukur they will have, when they build the house, they remove the mud. And with mud they build the house. There a small pit forms. And the next rain there will be a pukur. They leave a few fishes. They are washing water, this, that, and everything. It is a kind of mud which doesn't allow water to sink or to evaporate. A kind of soil it is. Very smooth soil, and it is silt, we call it, the Ganga silt. And it has a rubber-like structure. When summer comes, the whole thing shrinks down to leave cracks in the ground. It becomes so hard, like stone it will be, the pieces of clay. And once it rains, it all becomes soft. But it retains the water without allowing below. Because it's so fine, it will be like the wheat flour when we make chapati. It becomes soft and like that you can put water in that and keep. It doesn't allow. Though it is made up of small particles, they stick to each other. Like that this mud sticks to each other and pukur forms. There you can see, water will be shallow, you can see the mud moving about, but unstained by the mud in which they move about, rubbing its body, everything, but nothing happens to it. That's Sri Ramakrishna. What we practically see around, he gives that information, means simile, to get the exact understanding. Remain insulated in what? In the world. So what is Sri Ramakrishna trying to tell is, don't get entangled, don't get involved. If you are insulated, you move about doing all your duties lovingly, but don't carry anything. What we carry in our mind gives us problem, not what is outside. They cannot enter into me. People may be shouting. They are outside. The shouting is also outside. I am taking them inside and struggling within myself. I carry the whole incident, carry the people involved, either because of attachments or dislike. I carry them. I want to solve the problems. I carry them. I don't keep them outside and solve the problem by going out or sitting in. This fighting is, Sri Ramakrishna says, move about uninvolved. Do your duties, but don't carry anybody with you. Inside you are empty, clean. You are feeling the living presence of God within you and doing all the duties, moving about, without carrying anything. Your mind is calm. And how does this calm and uninvolvement comes into picture? You don't have personal desires that possess and drive you. We have small needs which will be fulfilled. Nature herself fulfills. Find some way to solve all your problems. So this movement, desireless state of mind and heart, is called tranquility. I don't have desires, I am tranquil. I am calm. Calmness is different from tranquility. I am calm because all my desires are being fulfilled. Not that I am desireless. What all I need is coming. I am getting money, I am healthy. I can get any object that I want. Anything. I am full of desires and I am getting what I want. I am calm. If I am not getting what I want, I become restless. But tranquility is something higher. He is tranquil means he doesn't have desires. Whether objects come or not is immaterial. So desirelessness creates tranquility. All small things, the desire is there and desires are getting fulfilled, then calmness is there. So first we reach a kind of calmness by developing contentment. Be contented with whatever is there. Bringing that contentment, we achieve calmness. This calmness makes me, when I feel contented and calmness, I may be having desires, but contentment gives me support. Now with this calmness, I can call on God, go to the shrine, sit for some few minutes. Amidst the work and activities, I can take a book and read. This calmness slowly makes you grow up in spiritual world. Oh, what all I need is within. I am searching for it without. Little by little inner peace, inner joy, you start, because you are getting more and more inner freedom. So the dependence on external world starts declining. So external, slowly you are moving toward tranquility. Tranquility is desirelessness. Now this movement is called uninvolved movement. You are not carrying anything, nothing is sticking to you. And another, wherever you go, you don't express raga, dvesha, attachments and aversions. This makes you the unentangled. He is moving about unentangled. Entanglement comes because of the raga, dvesha, attachments and aversions, likes and dislikes. Or wherever we go on expressing, I am entangled there. I have held that and that's holding me. This is entanglement. Unentangled is not to carry. Unentanglement is not to express likes and dislikes or attachments and aversions. Free. How free that soul would be. Just imagine. That's why Ramakrishna wants you to be, when in this world, move about like mud fish. Only one sentence he utters here. Live in the world as mudfish lives in the mud. Another example he gives is, be like boat in the water. If a boat is there in water, ship is there also in water, it doesn't matter. But if water is there in the ship or a boat, it sinks. So be like a boat floating in the water. One develops love of God by going away from the world into solitude now and then and meditating on God. Sometimes, this is another thing Sri Ramakrishna used to say, to develop love of God. Where there is love, everything is peaceful, joyful, relieved. So here we see one develops love of God by going away from the world into solitude. Whenever you go into, get a few minutes of time, just turn within, calmly, amidst activities, sometimes few seconds, you are cooking, things are on the stove, just leave the ladle, just turn inward, go, look at your Ishtadevata's face, bow down lovingly and come away. It may take few seconds, not even a minute, just to go in and view, bow down and come. This is smallest period of solitude. It counts a large amount. Now and then, hourly, half an hourly, whatever you are doing, you are writing something, just hold as it is. Just go inside, look at the face, bow down, come away. You have entered into solitude and come away. And if you get little more time, now you are going for food, you have a 1 hour leisure, you need only 20 minutes for your food. Go and have your food, move about a little, there is still half an hour, then just that 15 minutes or 5 minutes, you go to some corner, sit alone and think of God. Pray, offer your prayers, offer your gratitude, offer your thanksgiving and get up. You have entered into solitude and come away. If you get a day's holiday, just take a little food in your hands, just walk out. Tell I am coming in the evening. One person was there, he used to tell his family, I will just go to my friend and come. He doesn't tell which is that friend. His eternal friend, the God. He used to go to a temple and move about few minutes here there, sit in a corner and meditate. Nobody to disturb, nobody, no family problems, this, that, nothing comes, nobody disturbs. 1 or 2 hours he spends there and reads something which he likes, goes down and come away. So morning he leaves, noon food is again there. One day holiday, he has utilized 3 hours at the feet of God. Solitude. So this solitude we slowly acquire and move about. Now and then, and meditating on God. After that, one can live in the world unattached. He can live in the world unattached. The mud is there, and the fish has to live in it, but its body is not stained by mud. Such a man can lead the life of an householder in the spirit of detachment. This detachment is called not exactly detachment, but it is always called the dispassion. It is not total detachment and running away. He is there, attending to all duties. Whoever wants anything, he is able to give. He participates in all things and keeps himself aloof. As if he has come to give, like a postman giving some letters and going away. He is there with God, he is attending to duties. This is the way Sri Ramakrishna expects us to live that life. So we will see in the next class. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dritavikraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.